Okay. Hosea's prophecy for today. We're going to be talking about the feast days of God versus the feast days of the heathens. I want to read that. Hosea's prophecy for today. The prophet Hosea brought a remarkable prophecy that applied to the 10 tribes of the modern house of Israel. Modern house of Israel will be the house today. This prophecy describes them in pathetic conditions, having lost all knowledge of the true God. In the Old Testament period, the Israelites were God's only people. In Hosea 1 and 9, God describes Israel as Lolohemar, which means not my people. By the prophet Hosea's time, Israel had rejected God's Sabbath, having replaced it with Jeroboam's first day of the week, observing worship Sunday. During her immigration from Assyria to her land in northwest Europe, Israel was prophesied to get confused about her paths. Notice, therefore, behold, I will hedge up your ways with thorns, and make a wall that she shall not find her path. That's talking about Israel. Hosea chapter 2 and verse 6. This prophecy reveals this that Israel was to lose her identity. Here is why. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Verses 8. These are direct prophecies that speaks of America and Britain. Now, our people have forgotten how much God has given them. Baal is the sun god, and Sunday is Baal's day, as are Christmas, Easter, and New Year. That's why I don't celebrate all of them damn feast holidays and stuff. All that that's Esau. Those are Esau. Those are pagan days that belongs to Esau, the so-called white man. Yeah, yeah. So we don't celebrate that type of stuff, bro. It says our people have forgotten how much God has given them. Baal is the sun god, and Sunday is Baal's day, as are Christmas, Easter, New Year's, and other pagan holidays which have been borrowed from heathen religion and inserted into modern professed Christianity. They came into like modern practices. The plain truth is that God hates Sunday worship and all of the days that points to Baal. Yet hundreds of millions unwillingly follow the authorities of the Roman Church. The meaning that you follow Esau, the so-called white man. That's what it means. And ignore God's plain, plain commandments to keep his day and his annual feast days holy. All of this comes as a great price for rebellious Israel. Our people is very rebellious, man. Notice how the blessings begin to disappear. Therefore, will return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof. And I will recover my wool and my flax give to cover her, my flax which gave to cover her nakedness. Verse 9. Numerous prophecies foretell of famines that now he just now lie just ahead for our people. I said God hates those holidays and Sunday have which man have substituted for his holy days and Sabbath. Notice I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. Verse 11. Take careful note of this verse. God is not speaking of his own Sabbaths, but of the days Israel adopted. The days that Israel adopted, her days, from the nation around her who worshiped Baal. These were Baal's feasts. Baal's feast days. The 4th of Lives, what they call the 4th of July, all of those are Baal. That's the time of Baal. You're worshiping heathen. I mean, everybody should know this. And you shouldn't even have to even. Sometime at some point, I don't get on. I ain't saying this here is to get on here and try to just like, oh, he knows so much. He knows how to break. That don't mean a damn thing, because the devil knows how to do all that. So, I mean, you shouldn't have to really break stuff down. I mean, really shouldn't have to. But you know what I'm saying? God adds more, and I will visit upon her the days of Balaam, wherein she burnt incenses to them, Baal's holidays, and she decked herself with her earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers and forgotten me, said the Lord. That's going into talking about us. That's talking about Israel, the modern day Israel too. As it was ancient Israel, it's talking about modern day Israel too. Yet, yes, terrible punishment is coming from the hand of God. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, man. So that's all. I'm not gonna really hold it out long, bro. Oh, I made a mistake and hit something, and then it knocked it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'll see y'all later, man.